You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Thursday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
All right, if you listen to the podcast, you probably started to notice we're dropping ads for our friends at Kingston Quality Pools and Landscaping.
Yeah, big thanks to them for coming on board and helping to make this whole thing possible for everybody, no matter where you're living.
Yes, and so we're actually today, we're going to record a special podcast that we'll release on Saturday?
Saturday, yeah, it'll be one of our new sort of BaDPod unsanctioned episodes where we get a little bit blue, a little bit more greasy.
Yeah, they got us set up in a hot tub inside the store today, so I'm really hoping that you can hear the bubbles.
That's the jets. Yeah, that's the thing, is we'll have the little sort of lapel mics, which please don't get them wet. I spent a lot of money on these.
I'll try.
I'm also very curious as to what it's going to be because we're doing this today on Thursday to release on the weekend and during the day. So there could be customers just wandering into the store and it'll be us two jackasses sitting in a hot tub.
So if next week you stop hearing those Kingston Quality Pools and Landscaping ads, you know why.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
How are you today?
What a game last night, dude. Oh my God, what a roller coaster of emotions.
Just a wee bit stressful for you?
Oh my God, I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, that Dallas Stars Winnipeg Jets game was crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we went into the game. We got word early in the day Stolars was not going to play.
Yeah.
Wall comes out. How do you feel about it?
I mean, Wall played, but, I don't know if the Leafs deserve to win that game. The first and majority of the second period, they were, all over the place. It was brutal. I actually did watch the game with someone last night. My buddy Kyle was coming over to install, a hood range in my kitchen for me.
Damn, poor guy. He doesn't realize now he's got to come watch every game at your house.
Well, he's just like me. So, we sat there, we ordered pizza, we just, didn't really talk. We just watched the game, and we talked at intermission. But in the third period, I said to him, I made the joke, I was like, dude, I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack right now. And then I realized he's got one of those Apple Watches on.
Oh, with the heart tracking.
And this was when it was tied at 3-3. And I was like, what's your heart rate at right now? And it was at 104.
Oh, man, that's not good.
I was like, that's crazy. And then, as it would go on, he'd check it. He's like, dude, it's at 106. It's at 108. It's at 110.
And just to clarify, you guys are sitting.
Yeah.
You are fully seated.
I was sitting on my couch in my living room. And then the last minute, we were both standing there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what's your heart rate at? He looks down. It's at 120.
Damn, dude.
I was like, you're doing a brisk jog right now.
That's a lot. For not engaging in physical activity, for your heart rate to be that high purely from stress is probably not recommended by most cardiologists.
I almost wish they had a tracking thing on the players so you could see their heart rates versus yours.
I feel like that would be disappointing because your buddy Kyle looks at his watch and he's at 120 and Wall is at 80.
Well, this is are we stressed out? Or are we just very unhealthy?
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah. I mean, I know most people use those Apple Watches to track fitness stuff, but I mean, imagine if you just used it I don't know, when you're in the car and you really got to drop a deuce and see how much your heart rate is going through the roof.
As that one last light hits red and you don't know if you're going to make it.
You're prairie dogging and it's what am I at? What am I at?
Honestly, I would not want to know my heart rate at almost any time in the car. Being cut off, seeing someone go without their turn signals, driving by a gas station that just jacked the prices up by 20 are all going to make my heart go.
Even just sitting in the drive-thru, I'm sure if you get stuck, you could see your heart rate going up.
When the guy in front of you or two cars in front of you reaches out for the third bag of food in the driveway and your heart's just get out of here!
762-555, random question, but what are some things that you think make your heart rate go through the friggin' roof?
What makes you hit 120 on the couch?
Because Leafs fans know it's the bloody Leafs, man. Oh my God. I know my buddy's not the only one peaking last night.
It's crazy that your hockey team should come with a Surgeon General's warning.
Yeah, it should come with the defibrillator kit, dude.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What are things that make your heart rate go through the roof? And we get it. A lot of you guys have partied.
Yeah. Oh my God. You guys gotta stop admitting to crimes.
20 texts.
Stop admitting to crime on the text line, please.
Be safe out there, all right? Also, a lot of people just saying, like, when the cops are behind you. But we got Tom on the phone. Tom, what is something that makes your heart rate just absolutely spike, bud?
Just pulling into the parking lot of work.
Just sitting there and knowing you're about to go into the job.
Is that what you're doing right now?
Legit, just having a dart.
Well, yeah, I guess once your heart starts going, nothing gets it to slow down like a cigarette.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm supposed to be in there in like 7 minutes, so I'm going to have to let you go soon.
What's your heart rate at?
Oh, we're at 94 now. Guess you guys calmed me down a bit.
Too bad.
It's not good.
It's not great, but it's not the worst.
Good luck at work today, man.
Yeah, you too, fellas. Have a good day.
I wonder how many people just even do, like, your alarm goes off. I wonder what your heart rate's at when they hear that going.
Oh, dude, yeah. When you get, like, jolted from a deep sleep by your phone alarm or your alarm clock or whatever, you could feel it, like, in your jugular.
When you get a phone call from your boss, I wonder what people's heart rates go to.
Dude, or even, like, when you get that "we need to talk" text from significant other or employer, and you're just like...
There's probably even just people that have, like, that coworker that they hate, and when they see them, it just starts
just
thumping.
A natural rise and fall in your heartbeat just from their proximity. It's like that episode of The Office. Whenever Michael would walk near people, their heart rates would go up.
What did Tom say it was? 94? There's no way that's like a normal resting heart rate.
So I was curious because this all started because your buddy Kyle got up to 124?
120. Yeah,
during the Leafs game. So according to Harvard, the university, the official normal resting heart rate ranges between 60 to 100 beats per minute, but they say the range for most healthy adults should be between 55 and 85.
Oh.
So 97, if that's a healthy man, he is very stressed about going to work.
Listen, Tom, I don't know you too well, but today you're above average, all right?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The search continues for the new pope with the conclave as they've gathered all these cardinals together. And
did you see that they made them watch the conclave?
The movie?
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was study materials involved.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting that they just like ram all these cardinals into a room essentially day after day, vote after vote, until finally they, can come to some sort of consensus.
It's almost like jury duty.
It basically is, like the way they have them locked away, and they until they come to, I think it's a 2/3 majority vote, they have to stay segregated from the rest of the population so that they can't be influenced and stuff like that. And we get the sort of cool, like, the black smoke for failed votes until finally the white smoke that says that they've picked a new pope. But other than the smoke part, it's kind of boring for the average person. Like, we don't get to see the debates or the votes or anything like that. What if they ran it more like a game show? Like,
instead of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, it's Who Wants to Be the Pope?
That's right. Like, have the different contestants sit there and have to answer trivia based on, the Bible and religion and how they would handle different situations. And if anybody gets to the $1 million question and gets it right, they get the big hat.
Or even better, they do Survivor Pope Edition.
2 teams merging into one final tribe, all to be the Pope.
I mean, Jesus spent 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. They put all these people out there, and then whoever is the final survivor becomes the Pope at the end of it.
Dude, you want to talk about reality TV from the same era? Imagine the wild things you would hear on Pope Big Brother.
That'd be crazy.
Like 12 cardinals living in a house together.
Someone got into the wine one night. Yeah.
They just start fighting and arguing and all these other things. Like, it would be amazing.
The Amazing Race Pope Edition.
Oh, well, no, that would be the Amazing Grace.
Yes, that's it.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If you thought that bands were out of control for having riders like no brown M&Ms in the bowl, or sometimes you hear about the stacks of alcohol that they'll demand before they'll go on stage for a show, apparently just regular celebrities are even worse. The Met Gala, that weird fashion thing?
Oh, yeah. I saw photos of all the weird outfits.
We see the red carpet, but I couldn't tell you for the life of me what it actually is.
No, I don't know.
Apparently, there's a hotel nearby called the Mark Hotel. It's one of those fancy upper celebrity only kind of hotels.
Hoity-toity.
Cheapest room in the whole building's $1,400. The penthouse is $100,000 a night.
Holy.
So this thing is apparently right across from the Met Gala, so it gets booked up every year. And their director of marketing ended up in a TikTok video for some magazine or something like that, talking about some of the rider demands that the celebrities will make. This was one of them that I thought was interesting.
We scoured the entire country for this brand of teas and found one cafe in San Francisco that had the teas. We had them overnighted and we made the magic happen.
They were demanding a specific type of tea. Again, this is a New York hotel that had to find a cafe in San Francisco and get them to ship them tea.
That's rich people stuff.
For these rich people. But this one I thought, sometimes celebrities are just like us.
A guest who was actually staying in the suite wanted KFC replenished every hour, on the hour, regardless of whether it was eaten or not.
Every hour?
On the hour. It's 9 bells. Where's my bucket?
Dude, that person must have stunk at the Met Gala.
Well, and the thing is, too, she says that it had to be replenished whether it was eaten or not. So that means every hour, a fresh bucket of chicken, even if no one is currently eating the chicken. Where does all the chicken go at the end of the night?
That's got to be just rich people just like having a laugh.
I want to make sure that I have hot drumsticks on demand whenever I want. I don't want this to be room temperature.
To just like it for the aroma, like the smell, maybe?
I mean, that is one of those smells. Like, if I could make a room smell like hourly fresh KFC.
Sure.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it.
That's a crazy rider.
Like, that's the thing is, like, we've always heard about bands that do these crazy riders and the things that they'll demand, but I didn't realize that this was so rampant throughout all of celebrity culture.
I feel like if I had a rider, I would order, like, basic stuff on there or just stuff that I always need. Like, I'd be like, I want Bic lighters. I want a 4-pack of Bic lighters, like, every show I go to.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Bic lighters and a pack of darts.
Yeah. A fresh deck to open up, maybe even 2.
Yeah. Can you get me some windshield washer fluid?
See, I think that's the thing, right? Is like celebrities do crazy riders, whereas like we can't understand that level of opulence, like that level of wealth. So for us, like our riders, it's like we did the interview with the Trues, which is available on the Seeker app. What did they say? The best thing to put on the rider is fresh underwear and socks.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do laundry as often.
Honestly, the best thing to put on your rider is like a jerry can of gasoline. With the price of gas right now?
Depending on the cost right now.
Yeah.
I want 1 tank worth of gas in a jerry can, sealed and ready for transport.
Yeah.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If you were a super rich celebrity, what would be on your rider, buddy?
I would honestly probably say mashed potatoes and a bucket of gravy.
A big old grandma bowl of mashed potatoes sitting
Big
on
old
a table.
mashed potatoes and probably a 5-liter bucket of gravy. And a ladle to eat it with, too.
I love the idea of, like, being celebrity, having the party. Oh, come on in. There's drinks over there. There's mashed potatoes over here.
And maybe a bit of salt and pepper as well on top of that, too. Just season it.
Everybody always thinks backstage is just drugs and alcohol. No, it's mashed potato and gravy.
Mashed potatoes where the party's at.
There's people strung out around the taters.
I mean, you eat enough mashed potatoes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, you boys have a good day.
You too, man. You too.
Stay away from the potatoes, my friend.
We got a lot of people texting in, of course, saying they want beer on their rider, but I give a big shout out to Scott, who texted in and said, not only do I want beer on my rider, but I want garbage bags so I can take the empties home.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if you're going to get, as Tim said, a case of Bat Blue every hour, that's a lot of empties. That's just money sitting on the table. Take that with you.
Somebody's got to pay for the gas on the bus,
Also loved Mike, who texted in and said, I want a phone charger in every outlet in my hotel room.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Never being more than 2 steps away from charging your phone. That's brilliant. I never would have thought of that.
Someone said, get me a Brazzers account.
Just for the night?
Just an OnlyFans subscription or something.
That's real awkward if you're having people over to your hotel room.
I'm going to need a laptop, some Jergens, and some tissues. We got Zeddy Pear on the phone. Zeddy, what would you have on your rider if you were rich and famous?
That 3-ply fancy cushiony toilet paper.
Oh, hell yeah. A little bit of Charmin for the
give
kid.
me a 96-roll pack of that.
If I get rich and famous, I'm not wiping with anything less than 3 sheets.
Gotta have it.
Looking like it's peak 2020 COVID.
Exactly. Be walking out of there carrying 95 rolls for the tour bus.
On the way to the next one, yeah.
show.
I also love the idea of like going into the bathroom as the celebrity and then like storming out, pants around your ankles. There's only 2 plies in here.
I peeled it apart to check. You guys are scamming me.
Do you know who I am?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Did you know Alexander Ovechkin is actually Canadian?
I am fairly certain he's not.
Yeah, no, he is. At least that's what Donald Trump said.
I love Canada. I have a lot of respect for the Canadians. Wayne Gretzky, I mean, how good, the great one. You happen to have a very, very good hockey player right here on the Capitals, who I have a lot of. He is a big, tough cookie too. Just broke the record.
What?
And he's a great guy. And we had the team here, and I got to know a lot of the players. But
I got to know a lot of the players. Apparently not Canadian superstar Alex Ovechkin.
Now, I can't tell if he's trying to say, which he doesn't know his name, by the way. He says this guy, right?
Absolutely not. He knows there's a player who broke a record, and he's just assuming he's Canadian.
Well, and I couldn't tell if he's trying to say, like Wayne Gretzky, he's Canadian, or if he's just trying to be like, I like hockey guys. Like,
I'm fairly certain from his wording that he said, you've got a guy on this team who just broke a record. He's implying that Alexander, and I repeat the last name, Ovechkin, is a Canadian hockey player.
Yeah, he's from Temiskaming. Everybody knows that.
Good Canadian kid. Don Cherry loves him.
How does he not know who Ovechkin is when, like, he's super tight with Putin?
That's just it. Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin talk all the time. Alexander Ovechkin's never come up, not once.
Donald Trump is 100% the guy that, like, you ever run into someone and you're like, oh, like, you work at whatever? Like, do you know so-and-so? And you know they're blatantly lying to you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We go way back. Known him for years.
We're not, like, close, but, like, we know people who know each other.
Yeah. Or, like, you're talking about your favorite movie. Like, have you ever seen it? Like,
yeah.
4 or 5 times in the theaters. Love that movie.
Did you ever listen to this band? Donald Trump's 100% the guy that's like, oh, yeah. What's your favorite song? There's so many of them.
How could I? It's like asking me to pick my favorite child.
It's like LeBron James when they ask him what his favorite book is.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yesterday, across Canada, you probably heard this. The Alert Canada, Alert Ready test there, which is supposed to signify if, something's going down. And I mean, hey, like if the world's going to blow up, that's the sound you're going to hear.
My poor girlfriend was waiting for a phone call at 1 o'clock, which would be when she would find out if she got a new job or not. 12:55, that starts going off. That's a jarring sound, man.
I do wish they just used this instead. If the world was going to end.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
That signifies that everything's going down.
That's just, you want to use the beep for testing or whatever, sure. But in a real situation where there's a real emergency, the oh no cavalcade is solid.
But I was thinking, because I was in the car when they did the test yesterday, and I was like, oh man, I guess, we play that over the radio and then we'll play a song after. So if the world is ending, we should have it queued up that when that sound comes on and we know, it's over.
Right.
Like, are we just going to rip? It's the end of the world. Is that what we're going to
do? Being force pushed to every phone in North America?
Yeah, or you just even on the radio, right? Like, what should be the last song that we hear as a society?
Damn, it's a tough pick, because, do you want something that conveys the serious tone of it, or do you want something that, calms people down in a stressful situation, or should it just be something bizarre?
Maybe a little Kenny Loggins?
It feels too on the nose. That feels like that gives people the idea that they could escape the danger.
We all just take off our shirts and play a game of volleyball or something. I do wish we worked at like a pop station because I would love for the alert sound to go off and then we just...
This is not how I want to go out.
Kesha is the songbird of our generation.
My last moments on this planet should not be spent with Mr. Worldwide.
You gather your family around, you're like, I love you so much.
At that point, I welcome the asteroid.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If the world is ending, what is the final song we should play on the radio? Got a lot of great suggestions on the text line. Someone said treat it like it's graduation day.
Something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
What's that other one that they always play? As we go on.
Vitamin C,
yeah.
Graduation, a song written purely to cash in on royalties.
Yeah, a lot of suggestions for Freebird, Black Hole Sun, The Doors, The End, The Final Countdown as well. But I was thinking this is pretty fitting too.
This really plays well to the people who are fed up.
Yeah.
Who've had enough. Just like, you know what? World's ending? Sounds great. Let's party.
Jessica texted in Stairway to Heaven. We had Robert say Closing Time as well. And
very fitting.
A lot of people thinking... Depending on how you lived your life.
Honestly, yeah, kind of going out with your head up held high. I'm going to be honest, if it's a situation where like there's a meteorite or an asteroid or an earthquake or what, if something's about to rip the planet apart and we're all going down, I would want something that would calm my nerves, something that would hit me to my very core. And I think this is the song that I want to go out to.
Is that the CRA hold music?
I want to die like I lived. Waiting.
Just waiting. And then every 5 minutes someone comes on, they're like, death is coming soon.
We'd like to thank you for your patience. The asteroid hurtles ever closer for your impending doom.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It is time to play Wrong Answers Only. Let's spin the wheel and see what today's question is. Remember, we will take 3 contestants on the line.
Hell yeah.
Wrong answers only. Best wrong answer wins. And today's question is...
Wait a minute. Hang on here. When did you put that on the wheel?
I wrote it this morning.
What the hell, man?
Today's question is, where did Dalby's dad go? You don't know. Unfortunately, Dalby's dad left when he was a youngster.
Yo, you can't say unfortunately while laughing at the situation.
I'm sorry. We laugh at pain, right? So we'll take 3 callers on the line.
So wait, wrong answers only.
Do you want me to spin again? Is this okay?
Where did my dad go?
Yeah.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but...
All right. We've got $100 in Lotto 649 tickets for Saturday's jackpot on the line here.
$10 million gold ball draw, guaranteed $1 million prize, and 40 super draw prizes of $25,000 guaranteed.
I snuck the question in our wheel today, and it finally landed on it.
You're a dick. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we don't do this, but you're a dick.
I know that. Trust me, I know. Today's question is, where did Dalby's dad go? Because, well, I don't know if you want to tell him.
Well, I mean, my dad left when I was like 6. I know where he is geographically, but I guess that's how we'll determine wrong answers only.
Yeah.
If you say Vancouver Island, then you lose, because that's where he is, I'm fairly certain.
So we've got 3 contestants on the line here, and they will wrongly answer the question, where did Dalby's dad go? If you are not one of our contestants, you are a judge this morning. So 762-555. Let us know who you think should win. We'll go with line 1 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Kevin.
Kevin. All right, my man. You understand how the game works?
Yeah.
All right. The question this morning is, where did Dalby's dad go?
I think he went to Louisiana to check out the Louisiana water thrashers.
The hell's a Louisiana water thrasher?
Yeah, what's that?
It's a bird.
It's a bird. You're saying 35 years ago,
Your dad abandoned you to go look at birds?
my old man skipped town to go bird watching?
Louisiana water thrasher.
This is a man who just wanted to flex that he knows a bird species most people don't.
It's also kind of funny, too. The idea of abandoning your child to go bird watching.
Now I got to look up this Louisiana water thrasher.
All right, let's go to line 2. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Justin.
Justin. All right, my man. The question for wrong answers only is, where did Dalby's dad go? What is your answer?
Well, Dolby's dad realized that he wasn't Dolby's son, so it was the mailman's. So he packed up and went to the grocery store for a bag of milk.
Are you accusing my mother of infidelities?
No.
Shame.
Listen, Dad's fair game, all right? My mom's off limits.
You leave Karen off the table. She's a sweetheart. Yeah. All right. That was kind of a basic answer.
Yeah, it's not as good
Basic
as the
answer.
water thrasher.
Let's see if we can do better. Caller number 3, what's your name?
It's Corey.
Corey. All right. What do you think of your competition so far? Yeah, I agree. All right. The question is, where did Dalby's dad go?
Well, I believe he got abducted by aliens. He's getting probed right now.
For 35 years? Jesus.
All right. Stay on hold here.
Ken wasn't a big man. There's not that much surface area for the aliens to be looking at, man.
I want to take one more caller here.
You're not feeling it?
I'm going to drop caller number 2.
Yeah, sorry, Justin. It was just,
Because I feel like the milk one was kind of weak.
Yeah.
So we're going to take one more and see how we do here. You are caller number 4. What's your name?
It's Lynn.
Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
All right.
Oh, no.
Hi. Oh, poor Dalby.
Lynn, the question is, where did Dalby's dad go?
Well, 36 years ago, I bought my house, and there was a room downstairs with a lock on it, and I was told never open that door. I opened the door, and there was this little guy sitting in there going, Dalby, Dalby. I think he got lost.
Lynn, do you have my dad in your basement?
Did you want to meet him?
He never left. He was just missing. That's what it was.
Lynn's been holding him hostage for 3 decades.
Well, I see him once in a while.
All right, stay on hold here. What do you think, Dalby?
What is my life? What have we done here today?
I think it's Lynn. I'm so glad I went to line 4. What do you think? I'll leave it up to you.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I'd love to believe my dad's been locked in a basement for 30 years.
It's better than him leaving.
For a bird.
Lynn, you get a ding and a round of applause.
Oh, thank you.
And $100 in Lotto 649 tickets. If you happen to win the jackpot on Saturday,
I'll send Dalby's dad home.
Damn it, Lynn!
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Send a text 762 555. Send us a question right now. Send a text 762 555. Ask us anything that you want.
yes, as the Beatles once famously said, send a text 762 555.
That accent is getting a workout this week.
Bit cheeky, ain't it?
I thought you said something else there.
What do you think I said?
Well, say it again.
Bit cheeky, ain't
Yeah,
it?
you could say it a little faster, and the first part sounds like you're cussing on the radio.
Does it? Well, let's move on.
I thought you were calling me a female dog.
Oh. No. Someone said, what is something you would never do again?
Something I would never do again?
I I don't know, get drunk and sing Rage Against the Machine at a staff Christmas work party.
I think you should do that more often, if I'm being completely honest.
When we worked in Regina together, we had what was he, the CFO, the CEO?
He was the CFO. He was the chief financial officer of a large Western Canadian radio company, and you stood about 4 feet away from him, looking him what I thought was dead in the eyes, screaming, 3825, you won't do what you tell me.
Yeah, that was a bad move on my part.
Well, I mean, you got to quit before you got fired, so that was good.
True.
You're here now. Everything seems to have worked out.
Yeah.
Try it again with our new boss. See how it works.
I'm good.
Maybe we get another promotion.
Someone said, do you guys ever think that contests are just a way for corporate to tell how many people actually listen to the radio? I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it's a combination of let's see how many people are listening, and also let's make more people listen, because then they can win stuff, right? I mean, it's the same with the Seeker app. You think that they keep putting all the passes and tickets and money and everything on the Seeker app because it's fun? No, They want more people to use it.
Someone said, what song always puts you in a good mood?
It's so dumb, but it is the Cotton Eye Joe will always put a smile on my face, no matter what the situation is.
You can't really be mad listening to that song.
I just want to stomp my feet and clap my hands. It's an annoying song. It's super dumb. It is basic as hell, but here we are, and I'm like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Some people might judge me for this. Party in the USA, Miley Cyrus.
You know what? I don't have a lot of respect for that song, but I put it in the same category of when it comes on, you kind of like who's crying
I
to
put my
Party
hands
in the
up
USA?
in the air, come on.
Who's in a bad mood? Who's sitting on the couch grumbling to Party in the USA?
The butterflies fly away, and I'm nodding my head yeah.
Ooh, the piano song, the 1,000 Miles, Vanessa Carlton. That's another one where I'm just having a good time now. I'm driving down the street with the top down. I'm good.
Yeah. Another one in here says, you got any good book suggestions? I don't know. You read any books lately?
I read Brave New World in grade 10, and I do remember it being really good.
I listen to audiobooks, so I feel like that doesn't count.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, I think it's still in the same. In 2025, that's as close as some people get.
Yeah.
So if you've listened to a good audiobook, I still feel like that's a recommendation.
The last book that I actually physically read was that weird Sasquatch love novel.
Did you read that start to finish?
I mean, I paid for it.
That explains where your head's been at for the last year or so. That did something to you, brother.
If you look up Sasquatch love novel, I forget what the title is.
Was it Breaking Bigfoot?
Something like that?
Something like that.
I don't know. I can't remember, but it's about a lady who becomes very close with Sasquatch, and it's wild. It's wild.
You should try and dig that up and put it on the podcast next week while I'm gone.
Yeah. Maybe I will. All right, we'll wrap up with this one. You have 60 seconds to ruin a wedding. Go.
Oh, I mean, just yell that you slept with the groom. Mm-hmm. And regardless of what gender you are, just yell, I slept with the groom.
Yeah.
Or I'm pregnant with your baby. If you're a female, you can always yell that.
Yeah. Puke on the bride.
Oh, I didn't even think about physically interacting with them. I just thought of the speak now or forever hold your peace.
Calling a bomb threat.
I mean, honestly, just hit a Goldberg-style spear on the preacher before he says the I do's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put him back into the altar. Throw him into the baptismal. You could really mess him up.
Oh yeah, I think you can mess up a wedding way easier than you think. You don't have to put that much. You don't even need 60 seconds. Really.
No, it does not take a lot of time for you. Just start a mosh pit. Just go up in between the couple and start mosh pitting, and you will ruin the wedding.
You got matches?
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Today's word is choleric. Choleric. Yep, choleric. Anyways, it's easy to anger, hot-tempered, or irritable. Sounds like the kind of person needs to start smoking big gaggers. Anyways, that did about does it. Have a great one. Cheers, you're up.
What was the word?
I think he's saying choleric.
Oh.
Choleric. Bad day for him to, for the first time, not spell the word.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly certain that that's what it is, and it is the definition, is easily moved to often unreasonable or excessive anger or hot-tempered. So somebody who just for no reason will all of a sudden just blow up like your average hockey fan during the playoffs.
Sure.
Basically, someone who just gets mad real quick.
Or like a mom without her coffee.
Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. I get quite choleric.
Choleric. Use it wherever you can, all right?
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.